Welcome to yet another installment of what the heck is going on in my life. It's been very cold up north. Obviously, it's the middle of winter, but last night I ran into an issue where the splitter on the propane regulator is leaking, and now I can no longer use the propane heater in the cabin because it's literally pouring excess propane into the cabin. It smells in there. In order for me to not die tonight or freeze to death, we're gonna go for a plan B. Luckily, this plan B is even possible thanks to the community and local friends. Something to be said about living in a remote area and what it does to a community, right? Even though I am alone, off-grid, I don't feel alone. And I'm grateful for my friends and community members and neighbors. So let's get back to the cabin and try to get this generator running so we can see if we can keep warm tonight. It's gonna be probably 1 degree, 0 degrees tonight. Be curious to see how long the generator lasts. Running a space heater, that's what we're gonna be doing. An oil space, not space heater, but a radiator, right? This here is the game changer. You know, it's honestly bright enough with the moon to not even use a headlamp. I think we have a waxing gibbous moon tonight. I lost the space heater. Right down there. I'll come back. Oh shit. Dude, I just got gas all over myself. Didn't have the cap on all the way. Just trying to find a breaker or something, but you know, I hope this stuff is fun to watch because, to be honest, this kind of sucks. And filming it is not any easier. I'm exhausted. What are the odds of that, dude? Now it won't get snowed on. I smell like gasoline. So I dumped gasoline like all over this pocket. It's frozen in there. Even though this is oil, it does freeze, oddly enough. So that's a hurdle you gotta work with these oil lamps. Just sitting up above the cupboards in the kitchen, and it's not frozen. I used to haul this water jug back and forth between the car and the cabin, and it's just too much weight, honestly. It's a 6-gallon cube, so that'll be anywhere from 50 to 60 pounds, I think. But what I started doing was filling up these water jugs. So this is already freezing too, but if I supplement this water, I think that'll just kind of help it melt a little more. Below freezing right now in the cabin. I'm very interested to see how this space heater works out, or I don't know what you call this, but this radiating heater. There are a number of people that I know up the Gunflint Trail that use these. Oh, that's getting nice and hot. Whew, it's cold out there. I mean, it's not cold out there, it's cold in here. This is where wood stoves are incredibly useful. You know, you're not dealing with gasoline and plugging things in and routing cables and then waiting for the radiator to warm up, or with the propane, you've got all these issues with it could potentially like kill you. A wood stove, you throw wood in it, you light it, it's hot. You can't beat that simplicity, especially considering there's a lot of fuel for a wood stove out here in the Superior National Forest. A piece of gear like this is a 15-degree down sleeping bag. To be honest with you, like, I almost don't know if I would even risk doing this if I didn't have this sleeping bag. Everything fails. If I run out of propane, if I don't have any gasoline, if this radiator shuts off, this thing absorbs and traps your body heat so efficiently. I gotta go out there and flip the propane on so I can start making dinner. I think it's just hitting 40 degrees now, but scratch that. It's not even 40 degrees, it's 38. And this is definitely really warm. If I stand over it, it's warm and nice, but honestly, I think this propane tank's already empty. I think it's time to just put this fresh one on. Oh man, after being out there for a little bit, it sure feels better in here. Man, I am so cold. My feet are freezing. My fingers are numb from switching that propane tank out. The generator's running. You know, when I came back inside, it definitely felt a lot warmer in here, so that's good. If I'm gonna actually start feeling warm, I need to make some dinner, warm myself up from the inside out. I may try to experiment a little bit with the propane now that I have a full tank. But yeah, guys, like, this isn't me being theatrical or anything for the internet entertainment aspect. Like, it is -3 ambient temperature right now, and I'm feeling it. I'm gonna let it run, and if I start to smell propane like I did before, then I'm gonna have to shut it off. But tonight I'm making a recipe that I found out about from YouTube. It's a mabu tofu. Well, the propane heater seems to be running without a hitch. I do not smell any propane. Before, I swear I could smell it almost coming out of this. Alright, mabu tofu, or at least some version of it. I found out about this recipe from Outdoor Boys. So I'm actually realizing that my AirPods, one of them was not in my charging case, and I used the Find My iPhone app, and the last time it was seen was back in town. At the very least, I'm going to go to the car and see if my AirPod is in there, because if not, it's definitely just sitting out in a parking lot in the middle of town. Might be running low on gas, but now that I got the propane running, I'll just let that thing die out. Something walked through here. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it in here. Well, that was kind of a fool's errand. I found where I parked, but I don't see it anywhere. I've scoured this parking lot and I've retraced my steps and I don't see it. I'm just too cold and I'm tired, so I'm ready to get back to the cabin and crash. Last night was just one example of how off-grid living has challenged me this winter. It's easy to fantasize about off-grid living, the beauty, the quiet, the seclusion, but nothing comes easy out here. You need to earn it. This winter has taught me that, yes, I can survive a winter off-grid, all alone. But I kind of already knew that. More importantly, it taught me to truly value the relationships I have in my life. I had so much support this winter from my neighbors and friends and family, whether that was wrenching on vehicles to help me haul gear in and out, or giving me a place to stay during an historic blizzard so I'm not snowed in for days. This winter was a long one, but nothing lasts forever. And as the snows melt and the days begin to lengthen, I feel like I've summited a mountain. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'm thankful you're here, and as always, keep looking up. This is without a doubt the warmest day I have felt in months. I kind of forgot what it felt like to be warm.